He's taught at Cornell. He taught linguistics at Cornell.
No, he's a brilliant.
And now he lives in Germany. Where he's made
it. You're absolutely right.
He was John Zorn's high school teacher. And then John Zorn got him to make records again.
Isn't that amazing?
And he released 3 very good records.
Because when I last saw him, he was not clear about what he was going to do. He was sort of at a crossroads. He was at the age to retire, what to do, la la la. And then, he sent me this. He sent me a tape that I don't think has been released, but it's a solo trumpet, and it's for a poet. And I used to listen to it. I brought my CD player. I can't listen to it in my room anymore. But anyway, so in that conversation, that's when I came back and saw this article of yours. Wait a minute, I know Adam. I talked to him on the phone. So that's why I got in touch with you sort of at the last moment, because it came up through this kind of conversation. And that conversation was prompted by Aldo talking about his theater. And then he mentioned another thing, Genesis Theater. The person who I know was in Genesis Theater was my playwriting coach, Walter Hadler. And that's the only person I've ever, you're the only person outside somebody who really knows the theater, the off-Broadway theater, Second Avenue theater, and those experimental theaters in the 60s and the 70s. Nobody knows those theaters anymore. And someone from Scotland, I think it is, actually did a book about Genesis. And there's a lot on there about Walter Hadler. And his wife was also an actress, and so it just seems like he hears about me through this book, gets in touch with me. He says, I'm coming over. I said, okay, come. I'll make a little group of people come and see if we can give you some information. And then he ends up making connections to people, that I haven't seen or that I never would have associated. So that's why I called you at the last
So Veronique's uncle is Jacques Brazil?
That's her mother's brother. And he's actually,
I think he lives in Bremen now.
No.
In Aachen.
Oh, Aachen, okay. So have you met him?
Not yet.
What's your interest in Corsiel?
Well, he played with Sunrise at Florida.
And apart from that, he worked
to get a place to stay fairly inexpensive. The rents were at least $10 to $20 cheaper than other places. Now, it's true that there was a tremendous amount of crime. I had never experienced that before. When I lived on the Lower East Side, every day it was like shopping. They'd come in my apartment through the window, because I always left my windows open when I went up. And every day they'd come and they'd do, my toaster, my radio, my this, my that.
And instead of selling them by Cuba Union, they sell them on the street there,
No, they go to they had pawn shops.
Oh yeah, but I saw people selling stuff over there.
So when they took my radio, that was it. And my floor mate was Hollis Crampton, who was an experimental filmmaker. And Hollis said, Rashida, this is not Africa, dear. So he did something to the window that you could only raise it a certain amount. He said, now, if they are really determined to get in here, they're going to have to break the window, and that's going to cause noise. They don't want noise. They want to do it easy. So I did that, and it kind of subsided. Meanwhile, I don't have a toaster. I don't have a radio. They would anything. They would just walk in and take what they wanted, and it was like open door,
What year was this, Rashida?
58, 59.
What street was this? 5th Street or?
No, 10th Street.
10th Street.
Now, it's funny because where I was, say from B to D, was kind of rough. But once you got on the corner of B, going to A, it started to really, really change.
See, that didn't happen.
And that was where you had Tompkins Square Park, you had the library, and there were about 3 or 4 private homes there. But where you had the tenements, it wasn't just people in the tenements that were doing it. Everybody said it was the people who lived in the housing project, because they had a big, that whole swath of housing projects.
But see, that didn't happen up in Harlem until the drug thing hit, which was about.
But that's what was happening there.
Okay. That's why I was asking,
that's
because
all this was.
that was what
that
really.
was really what it
that
was.
broke out, that really people started to roll. Because other than that, before that heroin thing, there was a community. I remember.
And that's what Stanley comes out of. Stanley and those old ladies that used to give you a good bowl of soup. Oh, borscht. That's when I discovered borscht. I didn't know borscht before then. And
pierogi, right? Did you?
Oh my God.
The hot borscht.
Oh, pierogi. No. And black bread. Black bread. Oh, I hadn't had really good black bread since I was, like in boarding school, because in France, this woman used to make 3 loaves of black bread and cake every evening when we had our little chats with our matron. And everybody would get tired of it by Wednesday. Oh, God.
Too much. I was going to say, when did Christodora come up? The building Christodora, or whatever they call it. The tall building on between 10 and 9 on Avenue B. Christodora. It was one of the first luxury buildings in that area. You know the tall building, right?
Yes, but I don't.
Okay.
It wasn't there when I was.
I figure, but I'm saying you don't remember when it came up.
On Avenue
B.
B.
Yeah, between 10 and 9. Yeah.
No, on Avenue B and 9th Street.
Yeah.
There was there were private houses, and on the very corner was the welfare office.
Okay.
And then across the street from that, right off B.
Yeah.
And 9th Street, like 9 to 8.
Yeah.
But on the corner of 9th.
Yeah.
If you just went east, short distance.
Yeah.
That was, if I'm not mistaken, like 609 or something. That's where Ismail Reed, Askia Toure, Steve Cannon, Joe Johnson. That's where all of them lived. And
Charlie Parker was somewhere around there too, right?
Charlie lived, was it 7th Street, I think.
Okay.
He was, but yeah, 7th Street.
What about at Berkeley or at Camp France?
Art Blakey. Yeah. His daughter was still living in that apartment, but she died.
Okay.
Now, Art Blakey was uptown too. Now,
this was in the 60s. He had a place down there, and he started this loft. He had it was like a performance-based studio, and then it later became the University of the Street.
You go upstairs, yeah. Between A and First, but closer to A.
Yeah.
You go, yeah.
In the 50s,
that was his.
Okay,
That was his.
Okay, I see.
It wasn't so much that Art lived there. I think it had to do with that performance space.
Yeah.
But when Evelyn was young,
The daughter.
I think he put her in there, which I don't think was such a smart thing, because then she got hooked on drugs just like him.
Okay.
And she and what's his name, Dennis Charles.
Yeah.